to the gym this morning. I'm on my way to the gym. Trying to work on a better me. So I'm going to the gym, and then also I have my backyard that I need to finish. I've been working on that for some time, but I can't seem to get the type of, it's not even a mulch, you know, well, the type of mulch that I want. It's actually the pine straws. I want the pine straws to put in the garden bed, because to me it makes no sense to get mulch. If I get mulch, then the pine trees, they're going to shed their pines and the straws, and it's going to cover all that mulch. But I can't seem to find that pine straws anywhere. So I have two choices. Either I wait and let nature takes its course, which is going to be a while, or I just compromise and just buy some mulch and just put it under and put it in my garden bed. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just buy some mulch instead of the pine straws, because I can't seem to find that anywhere, and put it there. That, and then I also need to get some more flowers or something. Actually, I don't want to put all flowers there. I wouldn't mind if I could find some fever grass or lemon grass, they call it, as well. I want some lemongrass to plant back there. I had some lemongrass in the past, but I guess it has given up the ghost now. Winter came and it died out, and it gave up the ghost. I've had that for a long time, long time, but I guess everything only live for a certain period of time. Everybody has a window, include what you see out there in nature. So it died on me, and now I just need to get some more so I can plant that there. I may have to order it, I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, so I was saying that I am not much of a gardener. Actually, I'm not a gardener or outdoorsy person, but as of lately I have been doing a little activity out in the backyard, and I'm loving it, and I find it to be so peaceful, and there's so much that you can learn from nature, because everything in this world is connected, you know. We are all interconnected. The animal kingdom, nature, Mother Nature, people, humanity, we're all interconnected one way or the other, and we can all learn from each other. And I was in my garden, and I was observing something. I was observing that there's always a duplicate in in the garden. There's always something that's impersonating something else in the garden. It's just like you'll find weeds among your grass. The same thing. There's always something that looks like the original in the garden. My husband planted some flowers that was gifted to him, and it's doing good. It's growing and everything. But when you look over, like to the right of it, you see something else that looks almost like the original that was planted there, but it's not the original. You know, it just looks similar, but it's not authentic, it's not real. And how could I tell? Because I was able to distinguish the difference between the characteristics of the original plant versus this look-alike that just popped up next to it. And to me, that is just telling me that's just how life is, you know. In this life, you have to be able to decipher what is real and what is not. Always discerning things, I guess, based on their characteristics. As the Bible says, by their seeds you shall know them. So based on the fruit that it bears, you shall know them. So I'm just saying, like, in general, men, whether it's among nature, or among humanity, it's the same thing. There's always some type of look-alike that distracts you and make you, and it come across as if it is the original, but it's not, so it's up to you to open up your eyes and see and discern. And I guess discernment is really not that complicated, because as I said, I was able to tell the difference between the original versus the look-alike just based on its characteristics. For example, the look-alike, it has like furs on the stems, The leaves are a little bit smaller. It may have the same length. It grows to the same length. It looks like it, but when you observe it closely, that's when you realize it's not the same thing. So, lesson from this is to keep your eyes open in all things and filter out the lookalikes, the impersonators, the things that looks real but it's not. Because we can only tolerate what's genuine in our lives. Things that are inauthentic, it just comes to rip down. It's actually sucking from you. That's what it does. So be vigilant. It's life among humanity, the same in nature. Just like weeds suffocate and kills the grass, right? It's the same thing we will face among people. There's always the ones that comes in to suffocate you, but you have to know what to do with them once you're able to identify who they are. Slow down because I don't want no police pull me over. This is like a tricky road to drive on. Tricky. But anyhow, yeah, I mean, it's just life, right? It's life. It's life. Just be alert, that's it. And know what to do with the things that are not real. Alright, so I made it to the gym now, and I'm gonna go inside and do my thing. Yep, let me go do my thing. Alright, so I'm done with the gym. That was actually a very good workout. Oh, my body's feeling so much better. So now I'm gonna see if I can stop at the hardware store and pick up some mulch. Hopefully I find what I'm really looking for, but if not, I'm just gonna get some mulch and finish up this thing once and for all. Oh, how much you get? 6. Oh. Yeah. 6. Okay. Can't believe I have this in my backyard and I got rid of them. Okay. So 6, and then there's some plants in the front. These things. I finally got what I was looking for, so I stopped at the hardware store and I found what I was looking for. And guys, it's always a good idea to shop around. You know, sometimes we tend to go to the same place because we're like loyal customers, loyal to certain business places. But let me tell you, I decided I'm going to try somewhere else this time, and I found what I was looking for. This right here. These pine straws is what I was looking for. But you know what? Yeah, so those pine straws are what I was looking for. Sad thing is that these trees behind me provide what I just went and bought. Yeah. So, but anyhow, next time when I see these things lying around in the backyard, I'm not gonna scrape them up and throw them away. I'll keep them because they're used as mulch in your garden beds. So actually it wasn't me because I know the value of these things, but my husband, he just, all he saw was mess. And when he was cleaning up, he scraped up everything, all these pine straws on the ground and dumped them, but not realizing that they have value. So I guess lesson, y'all, don't be so quick to throw things out. It may have value. Okay, so I went and I bought this at the hardware store. Now I'm just gonna put it out in my garden bed right here. It's gonna look really nice when I'm done. I'm just hoping that I have enough to cover everywhere. Also, while I was there, I got some flowers. As I said, it's good to shop around because of deals. I cannot believe these flowers right here. Got this one right here, this over here, and that 3 for $15. Is that a good deal? Is that a good deal? Let me know in the comment section. But I thought it was. Each one is actually for $6.99, but I got 3 for $15. So I'm gonna spread this in my garden, and when I'm done, it's gonna look really nice back here. I would say the only thing that's lacking back here is a nice little lawn chair just to sit under the tree, read a book, sip on one of those green juices that I love to make. And that would complete my backyard. As I was actually like releasing these things here, because they're all tied up, so I cut away the strings. What I saw, a big bullfrog. A big bullfrog just ran from underneath it. Oh. this is it. This is my garden that I just complete. I had more than enough mulch. I had too much, so now I have to take back these to the store, the ones I didn't use, and maybe I can exchange it for something else. But you know, I was telling you guys about things that looks real, but it's not the authentic thing. It's not the real deal. This is what I'm talking about. So this is the original flowers. This is the duplicate. You see? Do you see how similar they are? Do you see? And then this, you could tell it has those little furs on the stem. So yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. So you know, I guess that's life in general. In the midst of good, there's evil. In the midst of authenticity, there is inauthenticity. There's always the opposite. There's always the opposite that you have to deal with, right? Always have to deal with the opposite of something. So I'm just gonna weed that out my garden, because I don't know what it's going to do. If it's going to choke my plants or more of them is going to sprout, so I'm going to get rid of it. It's gone. It's a goner. Done. I'm done with the outside. I'm hot, feeling a little bit dehydrated, so I'm gonna make myself a cucumber juice. So I have been using coconut water in my juice now instead of sugar. Better option. So I finally got my juicer. Ooh, thank God, because I can't live without it. I love it. It's a cold press juicer, and it is very small and compact. It does not take up a lot of space on your counter. So I absolutely love the fact that I can leave it on my counter and it's not like an eyesore. You know what I mean? Those big bulky things that we tend to have on our countertop, nah, it hardly take up any space. So I absolutely love it. I think it's doing a very good job. You know, the quantity of juice that I get from this thing is a decent amount. If the pulp, the cucumber pulp, I wish it was a little bit drier, but all right, I can live with it. I really do love this thing here. If you guys want to buy one, I will tag the link in the description for you. It's not a bad little machine for the price. I'm trying to squeeze out the juice, but the truth is there's really not a lot of juice that is trapped in this thing. I thought it was a lot more, but it's not. Hardly anything is coming out. So hey, I really think this product is worth the money, you know. It's worth it. See there it is, squeezing, hardly anything, nothing is coming out. So it's a cold press juicer, and I am enjoying this product so far. Takes up hardly any room on my counter.